And welcome to another edition of Sector 5. I'm your host, as always, Cody the Hangman Heinzman. And as you can tell, it's time for, once again, TLC review time. As always, I will do these basically the way I have them wrote down and give the results. Not too detailed, of course. Didn't watch the pay-per-view. So if anyone wants to in the chat, give some additional feedback, that would be greatly appreciated. So, let's get started. Again, I will apologize if I have to grab my cup of tea and take a few sips. Voice still really isn't back from losing it from before. I explained in the pay-per-view predictions that where I am here in West Virginia, weather has been crazy to where it's been hot, cold, and I get stuffy. So if I stop and take a sip, I apologize ahead of time. And by apologizing, I'm going to take a sip now. So, one of the matches that I did not do in the pay-per-view predictions, because it wasn't mentioned, Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. We'll start with that. That was the kickoff match. Had I predicted it, I would have said Becky Lynch. But the winner of this match was Sasha Banks. Of course, with the assistance of Team Bad, the only team of the Divas division that still is remaining. But with that match out of the way, on to matches that I actually did predict. Starting with Ryback versus Rusev. Rusev actually took the win. I expected Ryback to win it, to put some kind of rivalry between Ryback and Rusev and keep it running, but Rusev took the win. The rivalry can still kind of go running and everything, but I just kind of figured Ryback would take the win. Again, I'm sorry for all the cup sipping. Next up, we had the Wyatts versus the Dudleys in the Elimination Tables match. Now, it was elimination. I wasn't 100% sure when I did the predictions if it was elimination, and I don't think I made reference to it being an elimination, but it was a tag team elimination tables match. Winner of this match was the Wyatts. Why? I don't know. I mean, I could have given it to the Wyatts because they gave it to The Undertaker and Kane at the last pay-per-view. I honestly thought we'd see the Dudleys, Tommy Dreamer, and Rhino take the win. Oh, my throat. That's it for the non-title matches, so let's get on to the title matches. We'll start with Paige versus Charlotte, and to no surprise, Charlotte retains the title. Now, I'm going to continue to say this. I want to see more of Charlotte. She is the Divas champion. Why are they not broadcasting her? Why is she not going out there and having matches? And can we finally not have Charlotte versus Paige? The rivalry is pretty done. We've been through like 3 pay-per-views of Charlotte versus Paige. Every pay-per-view and Charlotte retaining. I don't see that changing any time in the future of Charlotte versus Paige. So, it needs to stop. But Charlotte retains her Divas Championship. Next up, we had Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio in a chairs match. Winner of this match, and still the United States Champion, Alberto Del Rio. I don't think it shocked anyone with this one. Jack Swagger really hasn't been around. This is kind of their way of trying to push Swagger back into everything. But it's going to either be an extended rivalry or that's it. I can't keep my throat clear. Again, I apologize. I'm trying my best, but I am really stuffed in the throat right now. Next up, we had the triple threat ladders match between New Day, Lucha Dragons, and the Usos. The winner of this match, and still your tag team champions, the New Day. Ah. Why? Why is New Day still champion? Why is New Day still the champions? Why can't they lose? New Day just needs to lose the titles. I mean, they've held them for a good while, and they just need to lose them. And of course, they need to lose them, for my thoughts, so we can have Kofi Kingston back in singles competition, or we can have Kofi Kingston back. I am really wanting just to have Kofi Kingston back in singles competition and back. I mean, I know I've stressed this point in a lot of things, but I don't like New Day. New Day sucks, Kofi rocks. I'm going to continue to support that theory. Well, not that theory, that's my thoughts. That New Day, ever since it came around, has ruined the character of Kofi. And I just want the other character, want Kofi back. But that's enough on that. And we're going to go on. Next up, we had Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship. Winner of this match, and the new Intercontinental Champion, Dean Ambrose. The Lunatic Fringe's champ, yet again. Which is awesome. And finally, we have Roman Reigns versus Sheamus. Tables, ladders, chairs match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And the winner of this match, and still WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Sheamus. It's too early for Sheamus to lose the title. And it would be too early to try and put Roman Reigns as the face against this. We need to keep the rivalry going. Basically, Roman Reigns, Usos, and Ambrose will continue their onslaught against the League of Nations. And eventually, we'll see Roman Reigns actually be WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He has the right to be called it, but he hasn't been the champ. It's a lot like the Daniel Bryan type situation here. Daniel Bryan can rightfully be called WWE World Heavyweight Champion, but they never let him hold it. This is where Reigns is. He could be rightfully called a WWE World Heavyweight Champion, but he hasn't been the champion. He held it for 5 minutes, 15 seconds. So, that's a thing. But, that has been the Tables, Ladders, and Chairs TLC pay-per-view review. Again, even though I don't watch the pay-per-views and everything, I mainly want to do these reviews and everything for those people who are like me, don't really watch the pay-per-views and either are looking for what the results are, or just to see what other people like, having other people put their input. Of course, as also, I repeat why I do this on Periscope, looking for people to be verbal in the chat, and maybe they can give extra things of what happened, get some more input, be one-on-one again with you guys. And I will repeat something that I said on the pay-per-view predictions. Here, come the next pay-per-view that I do the predictions for, I will have a computer to also be recording on the side. So I will do the live Periscope while also recording, and I'll be able to edit out if I have a conversation with someone in the chat, like I did in the pay-per-view predictions when I was talking with Menace, I'll be able to kind of edit that down, but continue to have the conversation with people. So it's whenever someone watches it on YouTube, it's more coherent, more watchable. You don't have me like on the pay-per-view, whenever it goes up on YouTube, like I'm talking and then I'm like talking in the chat with this person, and then the pause when I'm waiting for them to respond or something. I'll be able to pull some of that out a little bit and make more sense of the video. For those who may be watching this for the first time, I did record on a laptop there for a while. Had me a glass of tea, spilled the tea all over the computer. And so I've been doing pay-per-view predictions and pay-per-view reviews on my old phone. That's another thing. Now I got a new phone, which I don't have much stuff stored on, and it actually can save memory and everything. The other phone was pretty low. I would do videos on Periscope, and then they would be gone because I don't have enough room, and then I'd have to redo them again, just on the just record it on the the photo thing. So yeah, it's been there. Also, for those who another thing for those who may be new, and I've been doing this a lot on a lot of the videos, but that's another thing. Whenever I have the computer, I can kind of edit that out. The continuing to be like, if you're new here, or I can just kind of put a little end slate type thing for those who are new. I really should work on that, actually. That's a smart idea. Sorry. For those who are new and don't know what Sector 5 is, at the end of this pay-per-view review, I do, as I said at the beginning, I'm Cody the Hangman Heinzman. I host. I do all the pay-per-view predictions, all the reviews for WWE on Periscope. And also we have our own little wrestling that we do. Of course, Sector 5. That's the whole reason for the name. And by we, I mean mainly me and my stepfather. It was a big thing, but then as I graduated, people moved away, grew away from some people, and it's just been mainly me and him. And Sector 5 has been on sort of a hiatus for a little while because I got a job. So it's been hard to find times to record the matches and everything. We're hoping to record one soon. If we'll be able to actually pull it through, who knows. But we're hoping to get one recorded soon. But, again, this was the TLC review / new people. Come the next pay-per-view prediction, also, I hope I won't be needing to drink too much stuff too often. I will have a water on hand, though, because I do these and talk, and eventually I start losing my voice. It's not like it is now. I mean, you can see I'm talking right now and doing all this talking and everything, and I'm fine right now. I can actually feel it, but I also feel slowly it's starting to recongest in my throat, and I will need to have the drink somewhat soon to clear it. That's usually not too much of a thing on here. Usually I can go through most of the usually 7 matches that they have without having to take a sip and clear my throat. But usually towards the end I do need to take one drink or something to replenish. But hopefully it won't be as bad as what it is now. So once again, thank you for your patience with us, and also for dealing with a little bit of jabbering on that I do. Again, it's an idea that I will make some kind of end slate come new Sector 5 when I get my computer and everything. That just kind of goes over the idea of what's on Sector 5. And I'll be able to just be like, watch the end slate whenever I do these. So as always, I'm Cody the Hangman Huntsman, and that's just how it is.